Good evening. Welcome to Sunday night. It is the end of the weekend. I have this beautiful sunset happening outside of my kitchen window right now. It was so beautiful this weekend. I'm ready for spring this year. I don't know about you, but 100% I am so ready to break out the spring clothes, to just be expansive and out there. It's been very inward this year and very lots of depth and shifting and peeling back. And I'm ready to just be like out there and revealing all that has been happening while practicing patience for these things to be coming about. And yeah, so who am I and what am I here for? My name is hilary.Hraefn.Porter, and I'm an integrative healer and ascension guide and mentor. And I help you as you're stepping over that threshold, awakening your inner truth to your own personal divinity, your divine self being so fully expressed and so comfortable and so connected that you can't help but do anything but shine. I do this by drawing upon multiple modalities in which I can draw from. Anyways, accessing multiple modalities in which I can draw from. Everything from Chinese medicine to herbalism, spiritual and medical, to Tamiana crystal healing, to mindset work, to journaling, to artistic endeavors, all of those things, amongst others. Everything is made especially for you and where you are now and where you are trying to go. So no program is cookie cutter. No two programs are alike because we are not alike. Okay, so I am here. We were doing Party with the Plants month, plant party, and we're doing that in celebration of my birthday. Because my birthday is at the end of January, and the plants were like, we want to come and offer our love and wisdom in celebration. How could I say no to that? So this week we've all been talking about heart herbs in the sense of love and either the physiological heart or emotions of love, sexuality, sensuality. We've talked a little bit about a couple of those, like Turnera diffusa and sacred blue lotus, as well as rose and crataegus, which is hawthorn, and prunus, which is wild cherry. All of those lovelies. So today is about rosemary. You wouldn't necessarily think of rosemary as a heart herb, but it is. So, and we're also going to actually touch base on some other things with rosemary. So we think of rosemary, how delicious, right? It's in your cupboard, tastes delicious on meat, tastes delicious in any kind of food. It's actually really good in sweets too. Have you ever had rosemary shortbread? Oh my goodness. It is so good. Rosemary and honey together, it's just like spicy and sweet and like invigorating and loving because the honey helps spread it to all the different parts of you. So, rosemary. First, heart chakra, color of green. Plus, rosemary actually helps the physical heart with arterial sclerosis. If you have high blood pressure, you want to kind of stay away. So, if you have low blood pressure, it's going to help activate that, get things moving. It's also really good for regulating the blood sugar, metabolizing and burning consumption of fats and sugars. Good for the heart. Helps you digest fats, which is great because we need fats in our diet. Don't stay away from fats, please. But make sure they're healthy fats. And if you take different herbs or bitters, digestives, it helps your bile be released, created and released to digest the fats. So you might also know of rosemary as mental clarity. What happens when our heart gets involved with things? We need both. I am not one that's like, oh, only think from your heart or speak from your heart or only speak from your head. I am a firm believer that we need both to be working together. But sometimes it's only our head and sometimes it's only our heart. Most often, a lot of times it is more of our head that is talking and we close off our heart in protection. Rosemary allows this connection because it's stimulating mental clarity. It allows that, but the color and the attunement to the heart allows this connection to be happening. Allows the blood to be flowing. Sometimes it's like the stuckness. Rosemary is really good for the peripheral circulation. Stimulates that. It's good for the person that's weak. that's kind of pale and like, oh, right? The weak and pale person with that circulation, especially if it's from overwork or other illnesses, because it stimulates, helps get you. If you think of the last time you had rosemary in food, or if you had rosemary essential oil, you're just like, bing. It's like instead of coffee when you drive long ways, it offers that mental clarity, especially when you have eye strain. So when you're driving, your very frontal lobe, executive functioning, you're just like, oh my goodness, and you keep going and going and going. Your eyes are strained because we forget to blink, especially if it's a straight and narrow. You're in Saskatchewan, wow, right? You're just like, oh, eye strain, mental strain, eye strain. Bam, rosemary, better than coffee. Way easier on your adrenal system too. So good. But what is my favorite use for rosemary? Here we go into the spirit realm. Rosemary for past lives, but also, so it takes you to those past lives, helps you clear the things that are no longer serving you in those spaces, paired with other herbs, right? I like to work in threes. But it helps us clear our mother and father line within this lifetime. So what does that mean? That means, you know how there's the mother wound? I also believe and see and help with the father wound. Yes, we were born of our mother. We are also part of our father. Yes, we are connected to our mother cellularly. We actually contain cellular debris, for lack of a better term, from our mothers because we were actually in their uterus. We were actually within them. So yes, of course, there's a stronger connection there, but we are still part of our father line as well. So clearing the mother and father line within this lifetime. So your mother, your grandmother, your great-grandmother, blah, 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 all the way back and back and back. Your father, your father's father, all the way back and back and back. Because that's what we were doing when we were doing the work. A lot of the times, if you truly sat and were like, is this mine? Whose is this? Why am I acting this way? That's not mine. Oh, how many times you've been like, oh, I'm acting like my mother. Or, ooh, or somebody says, oh, that reminds me. You just so reminded me of your great grandmother right there. Somebody you maybe never have met. Great great grandmother, great aunt. People within your life. How many, like, I don't know how many times I've heard that about my great aunt Kay. Right? People within our cellular line. So rosemary helps us connect into that, to clear that. It also connects us to the collective consciousness. So my challenge for you is when you go out one day this week, pick a day, from when you go out to when you go home, just kind of take a background mental note of how you see people behaving. Do you see repetitive actions? Do you see repetitive words? Do you see repetitive sensations? Is the collective masses, are they kind of sad? Are they confused? Are they hyperactive? Are they kind of outward? Are they inward? Are they kind of grumpy? Are they joyous? Are they playful? What are you noticing in words and actions and sensations? Collective consciousness. So this will tap you into the collective consciousness. When we're able to tap into the collective consciousness through a means, if we're not already in there and we're not recognizing it, it helps you recognize what part of the collective consciousness you are in as well. But if you are wanting to jet line into that to help create changes to that collective consciousness, tap into it and then heal with light. Tap into it and then work your mojo with your words, with your actions, into those little nooks and crannies. Tinker with it to clear it, to shift it, to heal it. So, we talked about focus. We talked about the mother and father line. I will be talking, I think probably tomorrow, makes sense. We'll see what they say, about pariteria diffusa, which is pellitory of the wall. So that also works on past lives, but in a different fashion. More on the kidney level, pre-heaven essence level. see if there's anything else. Oh, Rosemary. So here we are talking about past lives and about sometimes it's not us, but there also is a lack of strength of, what is it? Lack of self-identity and strength of personality. Lack of self-identity and strength of personality. Lack of self-identity and strength of personality. Oh, you remind me so much of your great-great-grandma. Oh. Oh, you're a lot like your mom, which is fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this. But sometimes, and many of the times, we're like, wait, that's not me. That does not feel like me. That does not feel like it belongs to me. That doesn't feel like the way I want to be expressing, living, creating. We have that lack of strength and self-identity, lack of strength of personality, because we're overshadowed by something that is not ours. So it helps to bring this out, to connect into, wait a minute, what is me? What is my personality? What is my self-identity? My self-identity. Not what anybody else tells me I need to act like, be like, look like. Mine. How do I express that? How do I connect to that? Rosemary. Okay. Yes. Also so great for when you have that mental overactivity and it's related to the stomach, when your brain is getting like, after you've eaten, your stomach's just going, 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 and you're just like, no, can't function, can't focus, can't move forward, after a big turkey dinner, that kind of thing. Oh, hey, we had rosemary and other herbs to those meals. Can you imagine if those weren't in there? Ooh, that'd be a great experiment. Have 2 meals, 2 different days. Same meal, one with the herbs, one without. Ooh, I have to try that. So that is all. There's so much more to rosemary. It helps with our liver and our digestion. It's great for skin. It's great for colds, flus, lots of things. So much more from such a beautiful plant. Oh, and if you ever walk by them, they're flowering right now in Victoria. And they taste gorgeous. They're little purple flowers and they look like little faces. Okay, I'm out for the night. I will be back tomorrow with another herb just for you, another plant to party with, their wisdom to be shared. I'm going to be posting these videos over on YouTube at hilary.Hraefn.Porter, Hraefn. You can go and check it out. Things are going to be shifting and shaking around here a little bit. I'm doing a couple shifts within my business realm, and I'll be releasing more about that soon. Okay, so much love and stardust. I will see you soon. Bye for now.